first episode of the Lions Den podcast. I know previously we had one of the Getting Academy students, but here in the DMV, we want to make sure you guys know that this podcast is for everyone. No matter where you are, where you're from, we support the DMV and outside of DMV. And today, I can't even begin to explain like who I have next to me to my right. I had to write down accomplishments and tell me if I'm wrong. All right, so tell me if these are correct with these accolades.
Mm-hmm.
All right, WCAC first team.
Yes, sir.
First team All-State. 3 SSB All-American.
Yes, sir.
1,000-point score, probably at 1,500 by now.
Yeah.
OT tier with 30-point versus the Cohorts.
Yes, sir.
Picked up 7 offers in 4 days. 7 offers in 4 days. Number 51 on ESPN, number 9 in the country in the point guard division.
Yes, sir.
And the McDonald's All-American, to say the least. Besides the McDonald's All-American, like that's of course that's the easy answer.
Mm-hmm.
Which accolade would you say is like the one that means the most to you?
I would definitely say the 3 SSB All-American one, just because that was like, so that was after my freshman year, and I started off the spring season pretty solid. Like we was 4-4.
Yeah.
And then June, I didn't really have a good June in my high school, but I was definitely like in the gym. So I was kind of like, damn, I'm in the gym working, and it's not really showing. But then, July came, and it was crazy. Like, my first game, we played Team Durant, and I was playing up. I was playing 16s my 15s year.
Right.
And then I had 29 that game, and it kind of just went, like, uphill from there. Like, we ended up winning 3SSB that year.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got invited to the 3SSB All-American camp, and just being around, like, high-level guys, like, I think I was the youngest in the camp that year. I was 15, and it was 16, 17U, and obviously with reclass and stuff, there was like 19-year-olds there.
Man.
But yeah, it was definitely like a great experience. Like just being around NBA guys, and like people like VJ Edgecombe, Ian Jackson, all of them were there, and just like playing. Like VJ was actually on my team. Like just seeing how cool he was, like knowing he in the league right now. Like looking back, like dang, he was one and done. I feel like that was like a turning point for me, like knowing like dang, like all the work starting to pay off. Like I gotta keep going, and I feel like for me, like when I feel success, like I want to keep feeling like that feeling of success. So I want to keep going. It makes me want to work harder. So I think that summer, like this experience, all that stuff, like being with all those high level guys, knowing they're top recruits in the country, and this was before I was ranked.
Yeah.
Man, it was definitely like it was a blessing, and two, it was kind of like a turning point for me. Like I'm ready to turn it up. Like I'm trying to get back here. I'm trying to like I don't want this to be the end of. Don't want this to be like the end of it. Like I want to keep going, keep feeling that success.
So 3SSB, who did you play AU with?
Washington Warriors. So I started with them when I was like when I first started my high school AAU career. So 15s, and I stayed with them all the way through my 17s year.
With Doug, right?
Yeah, Coach Doug. Shout out to Coach Doug.
Because he runs with Prospect U.
Yeah. So it's Prospect. So actually, I played with Prospect U like my end of my 7th grade and 8th grade year.
Right.
And then my 8th grade year, like winter, so Washington Warriors got the Adidas contract, and then Prospect U like merged with them. So then Doug was coaching 16s. We didn't have a 17 team that year. So Doug coached 16s, and then he kind of brought over like the Prospect U guys, and then we, formed Washington Warriors. Yep.
Academically, we are watering the seeds for tomorrow's future leaders. We're creating change agents. Travis. Produce. Athletically, our goal is progression. Making sure every scholar receives a basketball scholarship. We created this academy to develop the ultimate scholar athlete that will be able to dominate on and off the court.
Gillian Academy have got an immense amount of exposure from the local media.
Stars, 17-year-old Alexandria native, one of 24.
What school? Gillian Academy,
to the national media like the Washington Post, even the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN.
You're working on shooting, dribbling, plyometrics. You're working on just recovery of the body. You're doing everything it takes to build a college athlete. And you're doing that 5 days out of the week.
Good Ponder run the floor. He locked the shot on one end and got him a dunk on the other. Look at him.
What do you feel like scouts get wrong about your game?
I would say just like my defense and like how strong I am. I feel like a lot of people don't think I look the part, but I feel like I'm stronger than I look. Like I can bump people like when they don't expect it, and like, I feel like I hold my own on defense. I feel like this year I've taken a big step in my defense. Like sometimes I tend to get greedy, like trying to get steals. So I feel like
gambling.
Yeah, gambling. Because I feel like I get a good amount of steals. But I would say just being able to guard my position and like how strong I am. I think are the two biggest things that scouts get wrong.
Difference maker. So on the podcast, I found this somewhere in the back just laying down. I've seen it was something golden. Great definition of how to be an impact in the world. So every person who gets to come on the podcast is going to answer this question. You're going to be the first. How do you feel like you're a difference maker on the court and off the court?
I think off the court, just like inspiring other kids that trying to do what I'm doing. I feel like I'm never too big time or anything to respond to people. Like I respond to everyone. Like after the game, especially like lately, like people been asking to take pictures.
Right.
Like I make sure to take pictures with everyone. Like I don't care if it's 100 people or 5 people. I'm gonna take pictures with everyone. And then on the court, I would just say, I really pride, like I said, I pride myself on winning. So just doing whatever it takes to win, leading, passing, defending, rebounding. I feel like that's what makes me a difference maker. Just like always trying to win, no matter what it looks like. So that's the biggest two things for me.
So I know recently you played against Ant Brown. Respectfully, Ant Brown in DC and you in Virginia. That you said y'all lost in DC, and then being able to just get that run back at O'Connell. I know we also spoke about how people are trying to like make it like bad blood between you guys.
Yeah.
And, y'all aren't like enemies. Y'all just are just so highly touted and so much support from different fan bases to where when y'all come against each other, they automatically assume that it's bad blood, but it's not really. You know what I'm saying? So when you play against Ant Brown, like what is the environment? What's the aspect of the game that sticks out to you?
I mean, it was definitely like a great atmosphere. Like just like being able to see like the amount of people that came out to the game, and like I feel like that's like you said, the two different fan bases. It was cool. Like Virginia and then DC. I feel like when we played at O'Connell, it was a little more Virginia, and then like obviously when we played in Carroll, it was a little more DC. But it was definitely amazing. Like whenever I play Ant, I feel like it's a battle. I feel like we're two different type point guards. But I feel like we both battle out every time we play each other. I feel like he's one of the top point guards in the country. So it was definitely a great experience. I mean, it has been since we started playing. We didn't get to play each other like as much. Like I know I played him in 8th grade one time, I think, and then we played each other last year and this year. Yeah. But we never got to play each other like in AAU. Like when we was in high school. But no, it's definitely a great battle, great atmosphere every time. But like you said, I just don't like how people try to make it seem like it's bad blood between us. Like, I mean, I feel like we're just two competitors, and a lot of people think like it's bad blood. The whole time it's not. Like we don't even know each other like that. Yeah. Obviously we cool like when we shake hands and stuff. And one thing I did like that we did like after the Carroll game, when we played at Carroll, like we took a picture like me, my dad, his dad. And so I feel like that helped like people understand like it's not no bad blood. Like we just competitors going at it. So no, it was definitely a great experience playing against Ant. Killer.
Man, what do you feel like? Because you didn't grow up like when you were younger in DMV, did you?
Nah, yeah. My mom's was in the Air Force, so we kind of moved all over the West Coast, and then I moved down here my 6th grade year.
Man, so like moving, what would you say, every 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, every 2 to 3 years.
So like having to like restart. So for kids that are going through like that, for like how you are a military kid, and for other kids going out there trying to like chase a basketball dream, but always have to move states, so now they gotta deal with new players and new coaches, and being a new kid on the block, people don't give you that same respect. Like, who is this kid? And then you being 5'10", people are like, man, who is this 5'10" kid trying to come over here and take over? So like for the ones out there trying to like understand like how to navigate through that, and through the growing pains of that, what would you have to say for that to them?
I would just say, always look at it as a positive. Never try to be negative. I feel like it's helped me like socially. Just being able to build relationships with people like, I may not have never met if I ain't go to where I was. Right. Like, I know people in California, Arizona, Texas. Like, we went down there for a Thanksgiving tournament these past 2 years with O'Connell. And just, like, being able to see my family, see old guys I used to play with, like, it's been amazing. And I know, like, if I'm ever in Texas or California or Phoenix, Tucson, I have, like, places I can go. I'm like, I want to go get in the gym, or I know this guy. And I made some really good friends, and I feel like it's a blessing. Like coming down to the DMV, I think it was actually the best thing that could have ever happened. Just because, the DMV basketball is just different, and I started to see it like as time went on. Like when I first moved here, like I seen like it's just like a different competitiveness. So I feel like it's always, I feel like everything happens for a reason. I don't think I would be where I am today if I didn't come to the DMV and start playing basketball here with all the killers that are around here. So, man, it's definitely a blessing. I would say the biggest thing is just take it as a positive. Never look at it in a negative way.
All right. I feel like any games you feel like you could have like you could get back like that just went down the way you feel like just didn't go down your way.
One game I really want to get back as of late, like recently, I would say is definitely the Carroll game.
In DC?
At O'Connell. So we lost to them at O'Connell and beat them at Carroll.
Oh
yeah. So I would definitely say the Carroll game, and then actually last night, senior night, we lost one to DeMatha. Both it's crazy, both buzzer beaters and both off a rebound. So like last night, I feel like they had missed a 3-pointer with like 3 seconds left, and if I felt like I could have grabbed the rebound, but then another guy came in, grabbed the rebound, put it up for a layup. So I definitely want that one back because I feel like I could have grabbed that, but I didn't. And then Carroll game, I think Ant Brown shot like a sidestep, and then my man's Corey blocked it, and it was a loose ball. And then they caught it, random guy caught it, and then threw it up, and then it went in. So I feel like I want those two back just because I know we would be in a different position, like WCAC wise. I feel like if we win those two, we'd be playing to PVI tomorrow for the number 1 seed in WCAC. But because we dropped those two, it's now we playing for like second and third. So, but nah, I definitely want those two back just because I know it was like in my hands. If I would have grabbed the ball, would have went a different way.
For you, who would you say is like your, and I'm pretty sure that your favorite pro is also probably your favorite McDonald's All-American, since most pros who are highly touted were McDonald's All-Americans, just like yourself. So like being on the course of that, being able to see that, looking into the footsteps that you have stepped into, who are some of the guys that or just one guy who was a McDonald's All-American that you look up to growing up?
I would say I have two. My first one is Chris Paul, just because like when I got to that age where it was like really time to like start studying guys, and like
Right.
I really started taking basketball serious. I started studying Chris Paul, and just like watching a lot of his film. So I would definitely say him because I try to model my game after him, like just like the way he moves, his pace, the way he reads the pick and roll, reads the floor. That's definitely one of mine. And another one is Kobe, which I feel like is pretty popular, but I really like the mom mentality, like just the way he was, disciplined. He was motivated, his drive, like he always wanted to be better. Like he scores 60. I'm sure in his mind he like, dang, I missed those 2 shots. Like I got to get those back. I got to get better.
Right.
So just I would definitely say those two. Like Kobe, during COVID I had bought his mom mentality book, and that just like I learned a lot from that. Like just like the way he thought about things, the way he read the game. So I mean, definitely those two are definitely my favorite McDonald's All-Americans.
Man, those 2 good picks for sure.
Yeah.
Favorite, and do you have any hoop moves that you favor?
Oh man, I would definitely say Coach Carter.
Oh, big one.
Nah, yeah.
Listen, Coach Carter is like my fault, my hat. Coach Carter is like the baseline of like movies. Samuel Jackson, coming in from who was a Richmond alumni and just taking these kids, and one of them being his son, who went to St. Francis, with Ty Crane and them.
Yeah.
And then just coming into Richmond and just taking a group of kids who were like lost and turn them into a highly touted team. And eventually they lost in the end, which is the crazy part about it all. But for them to just come together and just come to respect Coach Carter, it's crazy. Like Damien coming out of shell with the pool party. And stuff like that.
The pool party.
They really implemented how it felt to be on the team, and they went deep into it for real. So for you, what would you say is like your favorite like part or like scene of Coach Carter?
I mean, similar to what you said, like just like the respect. Like I remember the first scene, like when he first got to the school, and like the kids wasn't showing him no respect. Like they was calling him all types of different names, and like as the movie went on, like he gained their respect, and like obviously they started winning, and like it was just like it was great to see. Like he taught them like way more than just basketball. Like he taught them about life. Like he was like, he made them sign them contracts, wear suits to the game, you're gonna sit in the front of the class, just small stuff like that. And now that I think about it, another one of my favorite scenes is like when he got mad at them for celebrating. He was kind of just like, like is scoring the ball not enough? Like you gotta celebrate, you gotta rub it in the player's face. So I mean, those are definitely those.
Yeah, they was taking pictures.
Taking pictures. Yeah, like nah, that was crazy. That's definitely one of my favorite scenes too. Like those 2 scenes, man.
So do you feel like if you was in Richmond, y'all would have won states?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and my man Coach Carter. Yeah. We would have. We would definitely got that states.
Hey, it was. If you could, do you think anybody on the team you would say like reminds you of yourself?
I would say low-key Damian.
Damien, I would
Because,
say the same thing.
point guard kind of got them into all their actions. You making the right play. Like, he was always throwing dimes to big fella, catching them dunks. You know, it was, I would definitely say Damian. Yeah, Damian.
Tough. In the end, is there anything for a kid that's looking up, to you trying to get to where you are today? Is there any advice you have for them?
I would say, always stay positive. Like, for me, like, there was times where I wanted to quit. I didn't want to keep going. Like, I was so mad. I have confidence in myself. So the biggest thing for me, like, if I would give some advice, it would be just always stay confident. Remember why you started playing. Like, when you're getting down, like, have fun. For me, I'm at my best when I have fun, and everything happens for a reason. Like, trust God. Keep your circle tight. Like, you are what you're around. So make sure that your circle, like, everyone want the best for you. But yeah, my biggest thing is just always have fun. Like, remember why you started playing. And always stay positive and trust God. He gonna lead you in the right direction.